So with $1,500, I bought, the camera and a new computer that could handle the editing and the editing software, and a couple other things, right? But I had no lighting. Like there was no lighting. I used natural light the first go around. And I say the first go around because I redid, we'll talk about this later, but I redid everything I did first time. So I just went for it. And, it wasn't all beautiful. It wasn't all pretty. And it is so important to be able to let go of the details. I used to be such a perfectionist and I wouldn't put anything out unless it was absolutely perfect. And then I learned that it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Nobody cares. The people that are actually consuming your content, they're there for the content or for you or because they want to share your content. They want to be entertained, they want to be educated, or they want to laugh. Those are the basic three reasons why people look up anything online. They're not there to look at the video and go, oh, this lighting is weird. No one's going to do that. So looking back, I did redo everything for a reason, but the first go around was great because it allowed me to see that it didn't have to be perfect for it to actually sell. So I finished the beginner course, and that was a real struggle because I wanted to put everything out together. I wanted to have the beginner and intermediate and the advanced course all launch at the same time. But it would have taken so long. And my fiance just kept telling me, just put out just the beginner stuff. That's okay. And I'm like, well, people are going to land there and they're going to need more. And they're going to be like, oh, this is just beginner stuff. And that was such a struggle for me to do that. But I said, okay, fine, we'll just do it. And it was a great idea because people started buying it. And then I was like, oh, this is valuable. Okay, great. I know this actually sells. So slowly over the next year, I finished the intermediate and the advanced stuff. And I released everything all together in exactly a year ago, 2020, actually, where the advanced stuff was totally finished. And that first weekend that I launched it was actually Black Friday, and I had this big sale. I had been building this newsletter from my videos on YouTube. I had a market to sell to. I had been building an audience for a few years at that point. And that first weekend of Black Friday, I think I made like $4,000 just that first weekend. And that was the point of no return because I was like, people pay money. This actually works. Like my hard work has paid off, all the suffering. This is a real thing. Like I can make this work. It's a very, very, very powerful and encouraging thing to see that, people actually want what you're putting out there. Obviously. But I would have never gotten to that point had I not done all these other things like building an audience and planning the sell campaign and all these moving parts. So yeah, I guess that's chapter 3, because it gets crazier after that.
No, it gets crazier. Are you kidding me?
Crazy? No, I am not. I'm a crazy person apparently.
You are not alone. Yeah, you are not alone. I'm a bit of a crazy person myself. So no, but I think one of the things that you said that I think bears talking about a little bit more is what you're saying about that perfectionism, and I've got I launched an online academy 5-6 years ago. Created tons of courses and just hated every one of them. Yeah, I looked at it, go, oh my God, I really don't want to do this, but it was necessity because I had students who couldn't always access me or needed my information. It kind of really started because I had a few students who moved to another country. I'm like, oh, well, there you go. So, but it's that, like looking at it and going, well, I know it could be so much better. But then the reality sets in that the average person, they really don't care. Like you're saying, they want access to the information or to you. And then when we think about it in terms of our trumpet playing, for our trumpet community, that's the same crap that we go through. It's like, when are you ever going to feel like you're good enough to be on whatever gig you're on?
Right.
It's like, if you wait until you feel you're 100% prepared, you will never get out of the practice room. You will never set foot on stage. You just have to go out there and you do it. And then, it probably won't be what you wanted. So then go back in the practice room, fix what's wrong, and then come back and do it the next time and do it better. So, that willingness to just step out, do the best you can, given the resources that you have, and then allow it to grow. And then as your technique, your abilities to do things, whether it be on the horn or, your production skills or your marketing skills, as those improve, then you can improve the product. But if you never start with a product, you're never going to, you're just never going to get anything done. So, I mean, I think that's such an important life lesson.